But now to the other news of the day, and volunteers will know in the next few hours whether they've been successful in saving more than 20 pilot whales. They were part of a large pod which stranded 2 days ago at Spirits Bay. Today the survivors were trucked 50 kilometres south to Rarawa Beach, where Rachel Morton joins us live. Rachel.
Hilary, just over 2 hours ago, 23 pilot whales arrived here at Rarawa Beach, but very sadly only 20 have gone back into the water. 3 just didn't survive that journey, and volunteers who have been working with these whales since Wednesday say it's incredible that there are 20 that are still alive. It seems like the most unnatural thing in the world. A pilot whale dangling several metres in the air and lifted onto a truck. But after stranding here at Spirits Bay 2 days ago, volunteers felt they had to transport them to more sheltered waters to save them.
We have trucked whales before and it's worked, so there's not much other alternative really, so it's something that we need to try.
Members of Project Jonah, the Department of Conservation, local iwi, whaling activist Pete Bethune and others who just wanted to help have spent days in the water keeping the whales wet and floated. They were cold, tired and hungry, but they kept going.
It was pretty dramatic. There's quite a few sitting there in the sandhills, so we sort of got over there and got pretty tired rushing those buckets of water up and down from the sand, but had to keep them cold.
Everyone played their part.
Just helping prepare meals, keeping the kitchen going, just focusing on who comes through and making sure that they're fed, got hot drinks.
Then the journey began. 23 whales loaded onto trucks, cushioned by sand and straw. They travelled 50 kilometres. It took over an hour. They had to travel slowly because any large jolts had the potential to internally harm the whales. But they made it, and the first whale was slowly lowered into the ocean. Hilary, as well as the 3 that didn't survive here today, there are 35 others at Spirits Bay that didn't make it. 13 of them had to be euthanised because they were just so unhealthy, and the others were found dead on the beach. And the Department of Conservation says there could have been more whales than that the conditions were so rough, dead whales may have just washed back out to sea.
So what happens now?
Well, volunteers are out in the ocean with these whales. It's high tide in about 2 hours, and they're really hopeful that in that time they will get these whales swimming back out towards sea, and they almost have to. As I said, these volunteers are cold, tired and hungry. They've been working around the clock for 3 days. It would be dangerous to keep them in the water after it gets dark here. The man who's controlling this told me that last time there were stranded whales, they did get them back out to sea quickly when high tide came around, and he's very hopeful that that will be the case this time. As for the next few days, once they've got these whales back out to sea, they'll be concentrating on a burial service for the whales that didn't make it.
Rachel, thank you.